I need a water break. Hold please. Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joanna Michelle. Thank you so much for stopping by. I just wanted to bring you guys some quick tips on how to ace your Zoom interview. I do a lot of interviewing for the current position that I am in. I interview people for positions in my department. A lot of interviews are going to be Zoom based or remote based, and I just want to give you guys 4 quick tips that I think are super helpful that everyone should know when they're interviewing via Zoom. So first things first, girl, did you drink your water today? If you didn't, take a sip. Hold please, we'll take a sip together. Alright, cool, we got that out of the way. Now, if you're here, my name is Joanna Michelle. I'm a 26-year-old content creator. I'm giving you anything from lifestyle to fitness to vegan eats, and I would love if you subscribe. If you like this video, please don't forget, give it a thumbs up, share with anyone you think who could benefit. If you know somebody who's trying to get a job and they're interviewing, send this to them. You don't know, these 4 quick tips could definitely help them out. Let's get right into the video. We're gonna keep it nice and short. Tip number 1, have Zoom downloaded. So a lot of companies are going to be using Zoom. If you are using either your laptop or your phone, already have the app downloaded so that when you know that those interviews are coming up, you're already set to go. Or at least download it once the interviewee, once you get the initial phone call saying that it's going to be via Zoom, have the app downloaded. It makes it so much easier for you, as well as you don't want to have any hiccups around the time that you're getting onto the Zoom interview. I can't tell you guys the amount of times that someone tells me they can't get to the link or they're late because they couldn't get it to work, and all that could be avoided is if you just download the Zoom app to your mobile device or your laptop or computer that you're using for the interview to ensure that you're already all set up and ready to go. With that, a side tip is when you're downloading and you're signing up for these accounts, use your professional name. Whatever that is going to be, make sure you're using a professional name, because when you're using Zoom specifically, it does show your names in the corner, and you want to ensure that you're using a professional name so that, you know, it ain't like boo boo the fool pops up when you're on your Zoom interview with the business or the professional person you're interviewing with. On that note, a lot of places are also using Google Meet. Google Meet is a really great way to meet with businesses and for people to meet together. I personally have used Google Meet a couple times to do interviews. So with that, I always suggest everyone get a Gmail. It's a really great thing. A lot of businesses use G Suite. It's really nice to already be familiar with the platform. So I definitely suggest that if you don't already have a Gmail, create a Gmail, especially even just for interviewing. You know, you don't have to use it as your main type of mail inbox, but it's really great because it can also be that professional email that you use so that you're not getting a whole bunch of spam. You don't possibly miss any offer letters or invitations to interview if you have your own separate email. And like I said, I personally think having a Gmail is a really great way to just ensure that no matter what the platform is, you're kind of able to interview quickly with the business. So tip number 2 is to have a stand for your phone or somewhere to place your laptop if you are interviewing from a laptop. So I know a lot of people don't have laptops or don't have computers to use, so they're interviewing from their phones. A great way to be as professional as possible is to have a stand to hold your phone so that you're not holding it in your hand, it's not shaking while you're interviewing, and you're able to just be hands-free and sit as professionally as possible in the interview. I'll show some here as well as link some down below. They're not super expensive and you don't need to get anything super tall, as long as you have somewhere to place it, like on a tabletop or a chair or a desk. Place it anywhere you want, but having somewhere to place that item, so whether again like you're using your phone or if you're using a computer or laptop, having somewhere for that item to sit is going to be super helpful and make sure you look as professional as possible. Tip number 3 is going to be making sure that you have a plain background. So on Zoom, they do have a feature for a virtual background, which is really great. As long as you don't have a bunch of motion going on in the background, you can place a virtual background on your screen, and that way it'll clear out anything and you could just use a solid background color. But honestly, I always suggest as long as you're sitting in towards a wall, you're good to go. So whether that's a plain white wall or even a background kind of setup that I have right now, where it's just my bed, it's not anything distracting, there's no inappropriate artwork, there's no people walking around in the background. It's really important that when you're on an interview, you don't want the person interviewing you to be distracted by anything, especially not anything that's happening in the background of the video. So just ensure that you're sitting in a nice background, well lit, and as quiet as possible, and you'll be good to go. Okay, tip number 4, and my last tip is, honestly, it'd be loud around here, y'all. All right, and my last tip number 4, is to dress for success. I think a lot of times we think that because we're doing a virtual interview, we can wear our lax clothing. We don't always want to get dressed up for the interview, but you still want to dress as if you're going into the office to meet with the person that's interviewing you or with the company. Dress for success, no matter what that is for you. I always say I like to have something black on, but that's a personal forte. Doesn't really matter. Just make sure that you're dressing for the job that you want, not the job that you have, and that you're dressing for success. Alright guys, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Joanna Michelle. I truly hope you got something from this video, and these were my 4 top tips on how to ace your next Zoom interview. If you think this video could help someone, please share the love. Leave a comment down below if you have any tips you'd like to share, and definitely give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to keep coming back for more. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye y'all!